Hi, and welcome back to Talk Show Tuesdays, where I, your host Isabel, help you, the students of Franklin High School, get to know some of the exceptional staff and students here in Franklin. Today, we have an exceptional student from Franklin Athletics making history, Miss CeCe Condado.
Hi.
So, CeCe, you wrestled for the school, and the season just ended, and you're special because you're one of the few female wrestlers on the team. How did you get into wrestling, and what continues to motivate you?
So my brother is 5 years older than me and wrestled here at the high school for the 4 years and was varsity all throughout. So the sport really changed him and just made him better overall. And in middle school, they had the sign-up sheets for all the sports, basketball, wrestling, all these, right, track. And I was just looking at them, and this random guy comes up to me and is like, oh, girls can't do wrestling. And my gym teacher at the time was like, yeah, they can. And I don't like it when people tell me what I can and can't do. So I immediately signed up for wrestling. At the time, my goal was to do basketball because my mom used to do it. But I don't like it when people tell me what to do. So I did wrestling.
I love it. Out of spite.
Yeah, out of spite, always.
So, as you said, wrestling is a male-dominated sport, but you certainly dominate regardless.
Yes.
And I just wanted to know if you could talk about some of the gender barriers you've experienced as you've wrestled throughout high school.
So, in middle school, I would always be the only girl in any school to show up doing wrestling. And it was always like, oh, find an unoccupied bathroom or maybe a locker. A locker was really lucky. My male teammates would all go into the big locker room. They would all be cheering each other up, trying to hype up for the match. And it was just oh, I gotta hype myself up because, I'm kind of separated, very separated from my teammates. But now in the high school, my teammates are really, really supportive, and they don't see gender or whatever within the practice room. They're like, all right, you're wrestling with me. Some of the newer guys are still oh, she's a girl, I should go easy on her, or she's a girl, this will be easy. And it's just no, we're here, we're wrestling, we're gonna get this done. And I show them because these girls that you see out on the mat, they know what they signed up for. They're in this sport for a reason. Don't go easy on her, just wrestle like you would wrestle any other guy. So, yeah.
Wow. Very much woman empowerment.
Yes.
So, speaking of that, you, an empowered woman, are number 7 for your weight class in the state right now after states a month ago about?
About a month ago, yeah.
So I just wanted to know, what was the training like leading up to that match?
So this season I got injured, and it was very early in the season, towards the end of December. I had tore my UCL in my arm, and I didn't think I would be able to make it to regions, which would lead me to states. It was so distressing because this was my sport, this was the year I was gonna come back and really show everyone how hard I worked for it. And I didn't start wrestling and preparing for regions until 2 weeks out. And it was just a constant pushing and pushing. My coaches were constantly pushing me, which was amazing. I love them for that. And my teammates also very supporting, just oh, come on, you got this, one more rep, one more this. And it was just, a constant battle with my physical body and mentally. And yeah, 2 weeks out from regions, I placed at regions. I got set back, but I came back stronger and better.
Major comeback.
Literally.
So what was going on in your mind the moment that for your final match when you placed in states?
We didn't get the outcome we expected for me. We expected a 3rd, 4th, 5th maybe.
Yeah.
So wrestling for 7th wasn't I was, ecstatic for it, was I have to do this. And my coaches are just leave it all out on the mat. So I wrestled, and early second period of the match, I pinned the girl. I'm finally, I'm done with this, but I placed. And, it was my entire family was there, friends were there. My coaches were so happy. It was their first female state placer in Franklin. It was just a surreal experience for all of us. We're wow, we did it. We got here together. It was amazing. It was just so many emotions.
You made history.
I made history, yeah.
So what kind of wisdom can you impart to any younger women looking to get into wrestling?
I would just say, go for it. There's no expectations, no barriers. Don't hold back. Like if you're scared, if you're like, oh, what will they think of me? Or like, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough. It literally doesn't matter. Come out, come wrestle. All you have to do is be ready to learn and put all you got into it.
Wow. And I hope they're listening.
I do hope they're listening.
Well, CeCe, thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, of course.
And I can't wait to see you continue to make your strides in the athletic program
Thank
here.
you.
And before we close out, is there any final message you want to leave our audience with?
Just give everything you got with everything you're doing. Always put in your best work and just never stop working.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Stay tuned for our next episode featuring another exceptional student from Franklin. And with that, I'm Isabel, and I'll see you in the halls, Franklin.